What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Chop Sports Daily, coming to you live from the Flipping Made Easy studio right here in Mattawa, New Jersey. It is Sturch. It is Gooch. It is the final day in studio for our interns, Nick behind the glass, and of course, Madison in the building as well, over there on the couch. I hope everybody's doing well today. I hope everybody's enjoying their week. We are at Thursday now. Thursday, yes.
Thursday.
That's like, dude, I lose track. Thursday now. Tomorrow being Friday. I mean, like one more day towards the weekend. So we hope everybody's doing well out there. If you want to support Chop Sports, you can do so by heading on over to patreon.com/Chop Sports, a $3, a $5, a $10 variation. Jesus Christ. Like I just get thrown off sometimes. But anyway, so that's how to do it. And then now there's more, I almost said more better. That would have been
incentives.
Sure. That's it. That's the word I was looking for, Nick. Thank you. See, he's clutch, just clutch. A clutch situation there for Nick there. $3, $5, $10 variations for the card breaks, the break buds, all that stuff. So as they give things out, if you're a Patreon member, you are automatically thrown in there. So that's an awesome thing. You can wind up winning some really cool shit, such like an autographed Trevor Lawrence. Well, he actually bid for that, right?
He bid on that one.
But you do give away cool shit.
There is going to be some good giveaways randomly, like really good ones for the Patreon members. We're not going to give away a jersey or a helmet every time, but nonetheless, there has been some cool stuff. There's been 2 winners already on 2 breaks from Patreon. So Zeph, if you're watching, Zeph Walters, I have to reach out because I have the hits from that pack that they won on the Patreon giveaway. Oh,
okay. Okay, cool. So definitely go check out Break Buzz. They go live again at 8 o'clock on Sunday night, right here on the Chop Sports YouTube channel. Not a lot going on. A couple new podcasts out there. Big one, actually, for the Mets. Till Mets Do Us Part just launched their podcast. Nick edited it this morning. Howard Johnson is their guest. So former Met legend Howard Johnson, also owner of all the Howard Johnson hotels. That's probably not true, right?
No,
that's not true at all.
No.
So
the Howard Johnson Hotel,
great parties, by the way.
Horror stories coming out of those walls.
Oh no, the Hojo parties were mint when I was a kid.
I didn't.
We took the door off the
crystal
bathroom.
meth when you were young, but
what?
I don't get the Howard Johnson motel vibe from you, Dave. You did meth in high school?
No.
That's what I think of when I think of Howard Johnson. I think of like
those parties were amazing. I mean, I had a great time.
The Howard Johnson's over on Route 1.
Yes,
New Brunswick.
that one.
And
there's one in Piscataway.
That right now is, I don't want to. I do know it is for a fact. They send people there to live. So like that's no longer I don't know. It's a weird situation.
I just know that my
crystal meth is running rampant in the Howard Johnson.
I don't know about all that. I've never touched the stuff. I've never cooked the stuff.
Dave,
I'm not one of those guys.
Dave, you don't look like you're tweaking.
I'm not. Well, sometimes I do, but not
actually
because of crystal meth. What? You think I do meth at this point? Holy shit. Am I Heisenberg? No, I don't do any of that shit, but I did party at Howard Johnson a lot. We used to rip the door off the bathroom to make it as a beer pong table. That was a mess. Anyway. So Howard Johnson hourly stays. I took my part. That scoop coming in there. So that's very, very funny. Yes, please like the video. If you are watching this, we do have the like police available right now. That's Ashley. Make sure you like the video, please. That helps us out tremendously. Gooch, rundown. Hit you with it, bro.
So we don't have a very large rundown today as there wasn't much happening in sports. I do want to start it off by saying Luke Knox, a linebacker, Florida International, middle linebacker. He just transferred from, I believe, Ole Miss, and he's the younger brother of Dawson Knox, passed away last night.
Via what? Do you know?
They didn't release how, but it's
terrible.
Obviously it's a tragic situation. 22 years old. Prayers up to the Knox family. I don't know why like him being Dawson Knox makes it even more bigger news. I guess that's how it works in this media age. But rest in peace to Luke Knox. That's a terrible situation. Moving on to the NBA, LeBron James signed a 2-year player option, 2-year extension with a 3rd-year player option. The deal is worth $97.5 million. The entire world cares, Dave.
$100 million for LeBron James at 40.
I mean, did you think he?
Makes total sense.
Wait, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
It does.
It doesn't.
It does. Come on.
$100 million for LeBron James now.
We're talking about Russ Westbrook is getting paid the same money. There's guys.
Russ Westbrook's fucking 6 years younger than him, 7 years younger than him.
Okay, wait. So you think right now because Russell Westbrook is younger than LeBron that he's wait? You're saying LeBron's not worth that contract? Evan Fournier is making like half that.
Stop. Well aware of what Evan Fournier is making for the Knicks. However, the LeBron contract is a little dumb. That's all I'm saying.
It's LeBron.
He's getting an extension now to go play with his son, who's going to get drafted after 1 year of college, right? Even if he sucks, he's still going to make the Lakers draft him, and that might set back the Lakers a little bit. And he doesn't care.
The Lakers don't have a.
The Lakers don't even have draft. The Lakers don't even have draft picks. So yeah, that's not what the plan is. It would be nice though. I'm here for that. If the Lakers end up signing, Bronny, you wouldn't be here for that.
I'd be excited.
What, a father and son to play basketball together? Sure,
that would be amazing because it's very.
I
love
love
it.
it.
See it in another. You'll never see it in football, by the way.
But I just can't wait till that moment happens where he J.R. Smiths him. Like if Bronny does the wrong thing, he's like, "Oh man, what the fuck?" You know, like yeah, you got it wrong, dude.
Yes, you got it wrong.
Hilarious.
Baseball news: the Yankees, baby.
Oh, finally! Thank the heavens.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and overreact. The Yankees are
they
8.5. They're still 8.5 games up. It's a big win.
8.5. They just beat they.
Oh, 9. Not
10 more, 10 because they beat Tampa. Tampa was about.
If they would have lost yesterday, it would have been 8.
8. So they won, and it's 10. So a whole full game swing.
I didn't realize that Tampa was the one that they were directly above in the standings.
As of right now, yes.
I don't even know who I wasn't thinking actually. So there's that.
Oh, yes.
Big win though. Josh Donaldson looked embarrassing on the first swing and he got a hold of one.
Yes,
Aaron Boone, I'm still not a fan of. I'm not going to drag the guy, but I just want to say something because there's been a lot of things going on about Aaron Boone. Should he be fired? Should he be kept on? I always thought Aaron Boone should have been let go in the offseason. And then it was hard to drag him throughout the Yankees winning ways.
Got off to their start.
And the whole thing is, it's like, all right, now what do you have to say bad about Aaron Boone? And I was like, well, kind of the same thing. You know, like I feel like the wheels might fall off around pennant race for an Aaron Boone and see how he manages the bullpen. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back because I'm a Yankee fan. I'm not rooting for these things to happen. But this is the stuff that I was worried about. And it's, you know, they got a win yesterday, but it would have been a really bad loss. It was a lightning in a bottle situation where we were able to score 4 runs in like 3 swings. It was incredible how fast it happened in the bottom of the 10th, but it really covered up some glaring issues, with Chapman, the injuries to the bullpen, the mismanagement of the bullpen, and the subsequent mismanagement of the explanation of the mismanagement of the said bullpen.
What's your explanation for mismanaging everything? Go ahead. Explain yourself.
And I just want to say about the whole manager situation. And it's like, well, if the manager's not hitting the balls and he's not pitching, what the fuck does the manager do? If it's not his fault, if you can't give him a hard time when the Yankees are doing well because, you know, the players are all doing their job and, you know, it makes it really easy on the manager at that point. But when things get hard and you have to deliver a different type of message and you have to light the fire, that's where I think Boone is lacking. It's real easy to be a good manager when you're 15 games up. When you're reeling a little bit, that's when I think your true metal shows. And I'm not sure Boone is the guy.
But you do respect Boone's ability to back up his players, though.
Okay, that's so he can tie his shoes. Congrats. That's par for the course as far as major league managers go. I agree.
Tying shoes.
meaning like if you're a major league baseball manager and you're not caping up for your players in game when it comes to bad calls, then you're not a major league manager. So that has to be a given.
Okay. I understand.
I'm more so getting to the point of the people out there that are like, you can't bash Boone. He's not out there. Then what do managers do?
Well, no, what that means is somebody has to be held accountable for the way of their play. And while guys get hot and guys get cold, that has nothing to do with
of them do.
The managerial ways. But it does that. You got something to say over there, Nick?
Well, yeah.
This is mad over there today. He's like, it's my last day. Fuck it. I'm going in.
But they just he doesn't fucking run the team. So
yeah, but look, you don't know that. I don't know that. Nobody knows that. This is what we're hearing or what we think based on like the analytics. And it's like, oh, they're just, it's coming from up top. I could promise you that there's not a buzzer going off in Aaron Boone. He's not like, what's up, Brian? What should I do? No, he's managing the game. He's putting in the bullpen guys. He's doing all that on his own, right? Otherwise, well, it would be news, if it was like Aaron Boone's actually not pulling the strings here. So he's not Joe Biden.
In that regard, right? But in that regard, dude, I have a question for you. So like the decision to bring in Chapman in the 10th, right? Everybody's up in arms and they're like, oh, here we go. And sure as shit, it happens, right? The decision is the decision. It's Chapman who can't fucking pitch. That's not on Boone.
Yeah, but being that Chapman can't pitch, it's on Boone
for bringing him in.
Bringing him in a high leverage situation.
Then what are you doing? I mean, you can't just let him
shuffle things around.
As soon as he walked out of the bullpen. I was talking to one of my buddies. I go, they're gonna fucking lose this game.
Well,
because
guess
you
what,
literally
Nick?
can't-
Guess what? They won.
They
Joshy Donaldson hits one
After
in a
fucking-
Yankee Stadium home run
after the Chapman gave
that
three
barely
fucking
gets over the
runs.
right field wall. Love it. Give me that
I
shit.
I say to any person out there, and I'm talking, I don't mean to single you out.
Single them out.
Ken.
Oh,
But when you're talking about managers, I agree with you to a degree when you say managers. Could you pull the comment up? Managers aren't. Oh wait, this is actually
that's Hawaii Mike.
Hawaii Mike.
We're just so used to jumping all over fucking Ken Palmer.
Yeah, so managers. No, I wasn't going to jump over it. I like half agree, but managers aren't at fault when the team plays bad. But it's their job to reconfigure things to spur the team to play better. And I guess I have to kind of bring it to Ken because I feel, like what about Willie Randolph? Because I know Mets fans don't really like Willie Randolph. I know that Mets fans, there's a ton of managers in the course of the last 15 years. I don't even know how many they've had, maybe 5.
Who?
The
Yankees?
Mets over
Mets.
15-year stretch that the Mets fans didn't like because there
Remember the one guy they
team
had for
wasn't
like a cup
playing
of
well,
coffee?
but at the end of the day, there's like the ways that you handle the media, the ways that you stick up for your players. I just think the message needs to change. If that's all that the guys are doing, the managers are doing is delivering a message, then change the message. All right, enough about the Yankees. They played well enough to get the win yesterday.
Well,
there was
Janine coming in with a massive comment. Boone is all analytics. That's why you pinch hit Hicks for IKF. The worst player in baseball you bring up as a pinch hitter. As like what? The potential hero?
So you
like,
didn't
holy
get
shit.
that analytic,
Right. That's the
You get that
analytic
one?
he missed.
Booney.
Hey,
All right,
That was a
so
bad fucking move.
to circle back on yesterday's rundown,
And I do respect before the DH. I respect an NL manager way more than I expect an AL manager. You know how much fucking shit they got to go through with the whole got to take out the pitcher, got to do this, double switches, blah, blah, blah. It's a lot harder. It was a lot harder. Now, even playing field, nobody has an excuse to suck as a manager.
I've never really thought it was harder. I think it was like more fun, if anything, for a manager. I wouldn't put.
Oh, yeah, he's having a ball. Like when to take out your pitcher, when to pinch hit. Like, oh, it's a mess.
It's like that's
Yes,
to
it's
me.
baseball,
To me,
Susan,
that was
but I'm just saying.
To me, that was awful. Awful. In the middle of a game, you got to fucking take your good pitcher out because he's about to bat. Miss me with all of it.
I haven't said that. in a long time.
Mismanagement by Major League Baseball to have that a rule for 100 years. Anyway, yeah, circling back to yesterday's rundown, I talked about 2 recent call-ups, and it's like the season of the first game home run for these guys in their career debuts. So yesterday, Brendan Beatty, New York Mets first at bat. I believe it was the second pitch. It might even have been the first
I think it was his first swing.
dinger. All right.
Gone.
And then
by the way, reaction of the Mets crowd and of course his parents and
Yes.
sister and everybody, fantastic.
And then
That's
Shea
the kind of shit you love.
Langoliers, the guy that I spoke about yesterday that came over to Oakland in the Matt Olson trade from Atlanta. He also first game dinger, first hit dinger, coming off the heels of Devon Grissom first hit dinger the other day. So it's just constant. Exciting to see all these young kids hitting home runs, and especially because they're all on my team. So moving off of the Major League Baseball news, a little UFC programming alert. This weekend is I forget what the number. I think it's UFC 282, potentially
Oh,
UFC 280. I have
282
no
already?
fucking idea, but it is Kamaru Usman, the consensus
Boo.
pound for pound king. I'm not a fan of him.
Sucky.
He's cringe, but
He sucks. I mean, he's good. But
no,
he
he's the
sucks.
best in the world.
He's
Always.
terrible.
What?
It's 278.
All right. Well,
278. Thank
Okay.
you for. Well, thank you. Yes. So this fight's
He got
good
you.
because they fought before. It was kind of a boring fight. So that's not too
was this the
exciting.
foot stomping fight?
That was Usman against Masvidal.
Oh, I thought he stomped all over Leon Edwards'
So
foot.
maybe I don't know. The fight was
It was
a long time
horrible.
ago. Leon Edwards hasn't lost in the UFC in years. His last loss
Well, he ain't winning
was
this one.
to Kamaru Usman in a boring decision. So they've been in it together for 15 minutes. They've both improved drastically since then. Usman has gone on to become the world champion, defend multiple times. But like I said, Edwards is very underrated, and he hasn't lost since Usman. He's ran through the entire welterweight division. So very excited to see that fight. A long time coming. Edwards deserves his shot. And
NBA schedule came out. Anybody care?
NBA
Knicks
schedule
are playing on
being- no,
Christmas against the Sixers.
bro, there's too many games every day for anyone to care about the NBA schedule.
Man,
That's
did I get
my
roasted
opinion.
on Twitter the other day about the election day thing? Oof. My fucking Twitter was blowing up all day
I don't know why you have Aaron Rodgers in the rundown.
because he's sounding off. He's sounding off, ladies and gentlemen. Aaron Rodgers is out there calling out all of his receivers for sucking ass during preseason and sucking ass at training camp, not running the right routes, dropping balls, not knowing the playbook. Aaron Rodgers going in on all of his receivers. It is a dysfunctional family as we talk about the Vikings today, the 2022 future NFC North champions. I'm kidding.
Nobody
this
on earth
is a whole
believes
non-story. This is dumb.
Maybe
this
Kyle
whole
thinks that now, but that'll get shut down. Yeah, it's
why
dumb.
this was a story on ESPN
Romeo
is beyond me.
Doubs is the guy that dropped the pass that they were bringing up in the. And Romeo Doubs has been getting glaring reviews from Rodgers, from all the scouts, all the camp, all the you name it. He's been doing well. He dropped one ball. Rodgers said, "Well, you keep dropping passes, you won't be out there." Guess what? You won't be. Also, guess he's a 6th rounder, 5th round pick.
I mean, look, if he made it to the league, don't drop a ball.
He'll be okay.
I will say this: they did have a kumbaya.
It's August.
They all sat in a circle and did a seance based off of whatever religion Rodgers is at this point. But yeah, they all apparently they talked. So
wow, you know what's
Rodgers took out the whip and started lashing all his guys and all this other shit. Like
it's
just
crazy that
cracking the whip. He's the one who runs this.
You think
whole
it's
thing.
weird that a rookie receiver is struggling in camp?
No,
it's so strange.
It's kind of commonplace.
Devontae Adams had like 7 targets in his rookie year and 19 drops. He had more drops than he was even throwing the ball. And look what he's doing now. So give these guys.
I guess he's okay. His career.
And that is it for the rundown. Right. It was already it. I don't know. Like I said, Rodgers didn't belong because that's not.
I put Rodgers there for shits and gigs.
Good.
We did get a text earlier. Yeah, we got a text earlier from our good friend and producer of the show, Wrestling Rob. He decided to drop the best free agents remaining. I'm curious about your thoughts about some of these guys as we bring up the free agents. So right now we're still knee deep in camp. We're 1 game in. We're in week 2 of the preseason. I'm curious to know if you think that any of these guys are going to find a home. It's kind of late to me. Like, unless barring injury, for a team to go out and spend some money right now, unless they realize like, oh, our depth chart kind of blows. Like Odell Beckham won't play football until probably November, December anyway. So I don't foresee him getting signed now. It's kind of pointless. Trey Flowers is still out there. We talked about the Lions. He was like, oh, there. JC Treader. The Browns just lost their center. He's a former Browns center. Like, why hasn't that move been made already? You know what I mean? How they got Will Fuller. He's like an injury away from like being completely irrelevant, but again, skilled.
Isn't everybody?
Yeah, I guess so. But
well, he also got suspended for a while, didn't he? For
I think he served that.
He did. That was done. Yes. Stop living in the past, Nick. Okay. Landon Collins, really good safety. I think he's a good safety. I know Keith Ernst is a big Landon Collins guy. He wanted Collins on the Cowboys 1,000,000 times over. I mean, speaking of former Cowboys, Cole Beasley's out there still rapping, not playing for any football organizations. Joe Hayden, another cornerback, no go. T.Y. Hilton, Xavier Rhodes, like JPP. Wait, no, Sue is signing with the Jaguars. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's a done deal yet, but that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Ready for the last one I'm going to mention here, and I wonder if there's going to get any job unless barring any injury. Mr. Cameron Newton.
He's not.
No go, right?
No, come on. Cam's done.
Done? Like career's over?
Maybe the Browns will take a flyer on him.
What do you think Cam has done? Cam has look, I thought Cam's career was over 2 years ago, and I was right. Cam hasn't done anything in the last 2 seasons. He's been given 2 opportunities at 2 stops. And look, Cam wasn't a good passer ever. He's not going to all of a sudden figure it out because he's not going to do much with his legs before getting injured nowadays at his age.
Still a big-bodied quarterback. Hard to bring down. You know?
He's also a little soft, I think.
That's just his wardrobe. What he wears.
No, I mean,
completely soft.
You could look at the fumble in the Super Bowl that he kind of was
like,
I'm not going to touch
the ball's over there, and my arm might get caught.
You know, Von Miller.
Boy. Anyway,
so there was a little bit of seen a little bit of pussy in Cam.
Ah, yes. Okay.
So the rest of the guys, though, I don't think Cam ends up anywhere. I feel like maybe some of these guys might be kicking around the idea of leaving football altogether, or they're waiting for the right opportunity. You said that who lost their starting center?
Browns.
The Browns. Maybe he doesn't want to be in Cleveland anymore because he knows how dysfunctional the organization is.
Is that
maybe he doesn't want his quarterback to stick his hands in his asshole.
Hey, yo,
excuse me out there. We're past 10 minutes, right? All right, we're
good. Hawaii Mike, Cam is higher on Sports Reference's Hall of Fame list than Matt Stafford.
MVP?
What?
Is it the MVP?
Sure, I guess.
I mean, I don't know that Stafford's a Hall of Famer. I think he's getting there.
You don't think Matt Stafford's a Hall of Famer now? I think he walks in with the Super Bowl ring now.
I don't know about walking in anywhere. It's like Is there anyone that plays now at quarterback that's not going to have Hall of Fame numbers if they play 15 years?
Yeah, but no, his numbers are really good.
Kirk Cousins is going to pass Brett Favre if he plays 6 more years. Like on almost all the lists, is Brett Favre and Kirk Cousins on the same plane?
Also, before we get into anything else, a special shout out to Dylan Betances, who retired from baseball today. You're telling me that the Yankees couldn't have called up Betances at this point and said, like, hey, man, I know you're about to retire, but just hold on. Like, can you still throw?
Yo, do you think you could give up 4 runs an inning for us?
Less likely if we pay you $1 million.
For a reason.
If they pay him $1 million and he gives up 4 runs, I'm like, what a disaster. But all the money they're paying Chapman, he gives up 4 runs. I want him like kicked off the face of the earth, sent to the sun. You know what I mean?
If Betances was a real possibility, they would be in on it. Just like if there was anybody else out there. There's nobody. There's no pitcher that's not involved with an organization in mid to late August that we could just pick up.
Casey Hammond coming in. Falcons rolling with Mariota. Steelers with Mitch. Mills Mafia in Houston. Hell, even Tannehill. The writing's on the wall. If you're Cam, legal offices view you as less valuable than these guys. That is a true fact. Yeah. So even he has to. Well, look, I'm not going to get into specifics, but.
And not to
he falls under a different category.
There was no quarterbacks in this class, and Cam still can't catch up.
Well, that's anywhere. What I'm saying is Cam Newton falls into a different category of quarterback, meaning like he's annoying. He's got a little bit of an outlandish personality. So maybe some of these guys are like, yeah, he has some tread left on the tires, but do we really want to deal with all the post game bullshit and the cryptic Instagram comments where he's like using a different font and shit? It's just like. I don't think anybody wants to deal with it.
I think anybody would deal with it if he was good. He's
not
good.
I don't know.
He's not good.
I think the combination of both.
He's not good.
All right.
And if he was good, they would fucking let him do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
Because he did whatever he wanted and he was on teams. It's not the first time he posted that shitty font.
I mean, I don't know if Mitch is in a good situation. I mean, he's in a beneficial situation.
I think Mitchell Trubisky's in the best possible situation he could be in. Considering the style they're going to play with,
that's what I'm saying. I think it's beneficial. I don't know if he's
you're not going to find a situation where you're going to put Mitch Trubisky in and be like, "Wow, great situation." He's the reason why they're not a good situation.
He's a backup for a reason, and now he's a starter for a reason. Anyway, that'll do it for the NFL talk until we get back to the Vikings. But I got to ask you guys if you're worried if you're going to run out of money in retirement or how you'll pay for long-term health care. Will your family be okay? Family first, as heard on a sit down with Sturch with me and Joe LaCorey. Stop worrying and start planning. A comprehensive retirement plan gives you greater security over your money. Michael Fusco can help you with that. As president of his own insurance agency, Michael Fusco can help you create a comprehensive retirement plan. He'll explore using life insurance and annuities to help you build a more secure future so you worry a little bit less right now. Call 718-701-5787 to schedule your complimentary consultation. That's 718-701-5787. Guarantees and protections are subject to the claims paying ability of the issuing company. Some insurance policies are not available in all states. And if you want to finance with a 540 or above FICO score, head on over to the prestigetaxfinancing.com/business financing. Fusco offers that too. He's a juggernaut of a man. He has a million things going on with the Fusco Insurance Agency. Go tap in and go visit his website. Also, big shout out to Dat Chat, our social media platform partners, SteveAspar.com, working currently right now on the brand new ChopSportsMedia.com, releasing on September 1st, as all figures are crossed on that one. And of course, our friends down the hall at Lowell's, doing the custom creations where they do all shirts and then they do makeup and they do hair, and our friend Lauren and Danielle doing their thing down the hall, right down the hall from Chop Studios. So go check those girls out as well. And Gooch has a much more interesting read with Manscaped.
Yes, I do. So guys, head on over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code CHOPSPORTS. You receive 20% off your entire order. Look, the Lawnmower 4.0 comes in the performance package. It comes equipped with a 400K LED light, so you can shave your nuts in the dark. I mean, is there anything better than shaving your nuts in the dark without even worrying about nicking your ball sack? Because it's got a porcelain trimmer, so you could shave in the dark without risking any cuts or nicks on your nuts. And it's waterproof, so you could even kind of transfer it to your beard, and it's really not that gross. You could use this thing anywhere. And when I say anywhere, I mean anywhere.
Oh, God.
Especially the dark underbelly of man, the taint jungle. Get rid of that. No need some hair under Gooch. Head on over to manscaped.com. Use the promo code CHOPSPORTS. Don't forget to exfoliate your booty holes.
This is getting alarming. Chop Sports at checkout, 20% off. this is getting a little alarming here. We started off the show with your classic, average, everyday, run-of-the-mill comments and compliments from your girlfriend, which always happens. And that's fine. It's called support. Learn to love it, right? But now I got my mom in here talking about your haircut too. What the fuck is going on? I get my haircut every week. Is it because I wear a hat?
I was gonna say, Dave, you have a hat on.
But the beard looks majestic every day. I put effort into this, and I get nothing. My own mother.
It does look good though.
I lived through this shit my whole life.
Shout out to Izzy, my barber.
My whole life, I've dealt with this. Tan man, white teeth, muscles. He's so tan. I've got.
Bro, take your hat off.
I will not
get a fucking
look. I got. No. I get a haircut today. I get haircuts on Thursdays.
Now Dave's
so I
gonna
go
get a
into the
haircut
weekend
tomorrow.
like a
He's
champ.
gonna come in tomorrow with a fucking hat on. One day after the haircut.
I don't want to do I got a lot of hair. I got more hair than you. It's a lot to manage. I'll do my hair like at the WrestlePro shows when I got to wear a vest. Listen to me. When I got to wear a suit jacket or something, I got to look nice. I'm a hat guy. I've been my hat guy the whole life. And by the way, shout out to those who said to me when I was younger, if you keep wearing a hat, you're going to lose all your hair. Guess what? I got a fucking nice head of hair.
Mythbuster.
Forever. It's a myth buster.
Show everyone.
God damn it.
Show the people.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
I'm 36.
I'm 36. You know what, Mom? Just leave the goddamn chat.
Does Dave look good? Does he have his extra bands on? Come here, little kitty cat. We need some dogs over here, Dave.
I am a dog. All right. If you took an X-ray of my chest, you would see a picture of a dog. That's the dog in me. God damn it. Anyway,
A little fucking.
shut
Does he have his extra bands on?
Oh my God. Anyway, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm actually going to leave the show before the Vikings. No. The Minnesota Vikings are up on the 32 team coverage here at Chop Sports on the Chop Sports Daily. We've been talking about the Lions in the beginning of the week. We talked about the Bears. We talked about that's it for the NFC North. And of course, tomorrow is a holiday. We'll be talking about the Green Bay Packers. What now?
No, I was doing the Aaron Jones wave.
Oh, all right.
As I crossed the goal line for my 4th touchdown.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Mom. Now it's like it's too much. You can edit this out as far as doing the Vikings video because now it's too much. This is what happens. Mom gets on a rant and she just goes and goes and goes. You know what's funny? My dad used to be on the chat. My dad used to look and my brother too. But as soon as they see Mom, they're like, I'm out. They fucking dip. Thanks, Mom. Losing viewers over here because of you. I'm just kidding. Love you to death. All right. Anyway, the Minnesota Vikings are here.
Scoop says, son, don't look
I'm gonna
don't
fucking
be so hard
kill
on
all
yourself.
of
You
you.
look great.
God damn it.
Man,
this is a day, huh? This is a day.
It is.
Just anyway.
It is.
It's
It
feeling
is a-
a little
it is a
emotional. I don't
day,
need a
indeed.
fucking chocolate.
It is a day.
I can't do it. Anyway, let's try this again because I know Madison's going to cut up this.
Minnesota Vikings.
The Minnesota Vikings are up on our 32-day coverage, not 32 days, but 32-team coverage here on the NFL. We did the Bears, we did the Lions, and now we're up to the second place from 2021 Minnesota Vikings. Tomorrow we got the Green Bay Packers. So there are people out there that are living under the impression that this year in particular could be the Vikings' year to leap the Lambeau Leapers, the Green Bay Packers. Now, why? Why would you say that? Some key losses for the Minnesota Vikings over the offseason. Not a lot. A couple tight ends here and there. Anthony Barr goes to Dallas. Xavier Woods, who Joy Taylor and the people at FS1, they don't even have a clue as to what team he played for last year. But guess what? He was a Viking and he's gone. They did sign some decent guys. One of them being your boy, Zadarius Smith. Everybody forgets about that because it happened so early in free agency. Mm-hmm. They also signed Jordan Hicks as a linebacker. They had themselves a decent draft too. The last pick of the first round, they wound up getting Lewis Assign, the safety, defensive MVP of the NCAA championship game, or whatever you fucking call it nowadays. The second round, they traded back up to get some more secondary help because secondary was a problem last year for Andrew Booth Jr. That's what they needed. They needed defensive help.
Dalvin Cook suspension? No.
What?
No. That you're thinking of Kamara, I think.
Yeah. You're thinking
And also no.
Wrong guy.
I don't think he's getting suspended
I
either.
was like, okay, I'll leave. I was kidding. As I watched the viewer count go down. Anyway, so the Minnesota Vikings, obviously now the big conversation piece for the Vikings is Kirk Cousins. Okay. There's so many people that are hot and cold on this guy. I am, for one, on the cold side of Kirk Cousins. I know people say that I think one guy posted in Chop Sports the Facebook group,
Yeah,
like his
it's
stats, where
like
he
a
was
thorn-
like, "How is he not
thorn
a
in
top
people's
10 guy?"
side with the Kirk Cousins thing for whatever reason. Kirk Cousins is who we thought he was,
They let him off the hook.
and he's been on the hook. He's still on the hook, though.
He's still very on the hook.
Yeah,
Mediocre
look, Kirk
fucking
Cousins.
quarterback.
Everyone's like, "Go look at his numbers. He's top 10. Show me when in any season that Kirk Cousins is playing that he's a top 10 quarterback. He's simply not. Kirk Cousins is ranked right where he should be ranked. He has good counting stats, but when it comes to playing the quarterback position, you have to excel in bigger moments, and he's shrunk. And I'm not saying he is shrunk, but his team doesn't win games in big moments, and I want to say he's the culprit. I'm not saying he's the only one, but
The Vikings have
it's not a
shrunk
small
in
sample size.
moments where you're supposed to take advantage of these situations. Like the Minnesota Vikings hosted the Dallas Cowboys last year, and Dak Prescott missed the game. So that game, and right off the rip, you got to win that game, and you let Cooper Rush come in there and beat you. That's very alarming.
Look,
so for anybody that's jumping all over the Minnesota Vikings right now as like the next up and coming team, I'm not going to pretend and say that they don't have a good team, because they have some of the best players in football on their roster. It's just a matter of leadership. And that's where I question Kirk Cousins, because you got your Dalvin Cooks. You got your Madisons, who's a great supplemental back. We've seen him a million times, right? A million carries. Their receiving core is great. It's Justin Jefferson, going to be a top 5, top 6 pick in fantasy drafts because he's that goddamn good, right? And then you have Adam Thielen, KJ Osborne, a guy that people don't talk about. Another guy people don't talk about is Irv Smith Jr., very athletic tight end. So their offense is good. Their defensive woes continued last year. They let up some points, and they have players, right? I mean, but if you have to rely on
they
guys
play
like
football,
yeah, their whole lives. But
Just checking.
some of the guys that they have and they have to rely on are guys like they're right now in their cornerback room is Patrick Peterson. Like, are you relying on him to cover the number one
He's still in
receiver
the
somewhere?
it's like that's
What?
like the
He's
Zeke
still
of
in the
corners.
league?
That's what I'm saying. It's
The Zeke of the cornerback
oh,
position.
you better watch your mouth, my friend. Watch your mouth. Anyway,
I mean,
He's a great pass blocker.
fair comparison.
shut up.
Fair
up.
comparison.
Everybody shut
Fair
up.
comparison. A lot of
Dave.
tread on all those tires.
A lot of tread. Anyway, schedule time. So they're coming in with last year 8-9 record. This year they're projected from most sites at 9. I've seen 9.5 to get you kind of worried about your pick here, but 9 is the play. So you look at the first couple games of their schedule. It's not pretty, right? They got to open up on 9/11 against the Green Bay Packers. So that right off the rip is I put a question mark. I don't know. They're home. So Green Bay has to go on the road to play Minnesota. And just, like traditionally, it ain't easy when the Packers go to Minnesota.
I'd rather get him week 1, honestly, than get him in like a sneaky situation. I think the Packers are a better team. They're favored by 2 in that.
Well, ready
game.
for this? They got the Packers in week 1 and then the Packers in week 17.
Yeah.
So that's like a very long stretch between those teams playing each other. But the first couple of weeks, Green Bay at Philly, Detroit at home, the Saints at home, the Bears at home. Right off the rip, I said the worst, or at least go into week 6 at Miami. I said they lose that game. Miami, like I said, I think are going to be all right. But like in that stretch, the first 6 games are going to be pivotal, because tomorrow we'll talk about the Packers in their first 6 games, because once this division gets rolling, if Rodgers gets into a groove or all of a sudden like they're like Devontae who, and I'm sure it's never going to be the case where they're going to say that, but I'm saying like if he gets rolling and everybody's like, wow, this motherfucker hasn't missed a beat, so that means good luck, Vikings. You cannot play catch up in this division. If the Packers get rolling, you will not catch up. So that's why the beginning stretch of the Viking season is very, very pivotal. After their bye, they got Arizona, they got at Washington, then they got to play Buffalo, then they got to play Dallas. And of course, I'm not giving them a win over Dallas because, again, that game's in Minnesota, but shit. I mean, it's not like we haven't beat them in Minnesota 2 years in a row. Why are we playing the Vikings 3 years in a fucking row is beyond me.
So
we
the Packers
as in
play in
Cowboys.
Week 17, you mean week 18?
No, 18. The 18 they have the Bears. They have 2 division games at the end of the year. But anyway, so I'm looking at, and I'm trying to peel out the wins here. And within the division, they should probably split with everybody but the Bears. I say they sweep the Bears. They probably split with the Lions. And I think somehow, some way, like the only way, I'll tell you right now, the only way you split with the Packers is if you get them in week 1. If you just if the Packers throw up a stinker like they did last year.
The Packers actually have a really good year and they don't care later. But I think they will.
I think they will too. Just considering that game's in Green Bay at the end of the year, they'll probably be playing for a 1 or 2 or some shit like that.
If it was week 18, then it might not. But week 17, even if it's just you can't sit out 2 weeks and then a bye if that's the case. So no, yeah, they'll be playing there.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, for the Vikings to relatively be competitive in this division, it's almost like I look. I'm not about to sit here and tell you that week 1 is going to be like a must win, but like you gotta have this week. Like you got like. One, it'll set people in a spiral. I mean, Gooch last year watched the Saints kick the shit out of the Packers, and then the rest was history. Nobody cared because the Packers just went on a tear. So that very well could happen again. The recipe could be there. The writing could be on the wall for the Packers to be like, okay, like I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen because I'm Nostradamus all of a sudden. I can call this right now. The Packers will lose to the Vikings in week 1, right? Aaron Rodgers will have a non-Aaron Rodgers type game, meaning he's going to throw a pick, which doesn't really happen often. And people are gonna be like, "What? Rodgers, it's over." And then Rodgers gonna be like, "Relax," and then he's gonna kill people.
End up with this comment, but the Packers aren't losing week 1. Everything else is maybe he has a bad game or something, and then they keep winning. But stop with the fucking Green Bay losing week 1 to the Vikings. I can't go 0-1 2 years in a row.
Yeah, you can. It's easy. We do it a lot. Cowboys have done it plenty of times.
My team's known for doing it all.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Giants go 0-1 pretty much every year. But anyway, so. I'm looking at this roster and I'm looking at this schedule, and I think the floor for the Minnesota Vikings is 9 wins right there because they're going to get some wins. They do have talent, right? They have the guys to get some wins and put up some points against some bad defensive teams. However, where are they going to be in those close games? Where are they going to be in the primetime games? Where is Kirk Cousins going to play here? Like Kirk Cousins, much like the Bears, what I talked about last night, that the Bears' success rides and dies with the progress that Fields makes in year 2. I feel the same way here. The Vikings aren't built to run the football forever and never rely on Kirk Cousins. There will be games where Cousins down 5 on his own 25 with 3 minutes to go, and you're going to wonder, can he lead him down down the field, and win the game? I don't know. The ceiling for them, I feel like, could be 11. Maybe, but that you really got to scrounge out some wins. You got to beat Green Bay once at least. You got to beat other teams that are on your schedule. Like I have a question mark here in week 15. They host the Colts. It's like, I don't know, man. It's Matt Ryan versus Kirk Cousins.
It's hard to like handicap a week 15 game now.
I did call myself Nostradamus. Thank you very much.
Very hard, but I don't see 11 wins on any day ever with this team. No way. And Kirk Cousins, I hate to break it to everybody out there, specifically you, he's not going to improve. He is who he is. You're
not breaking this to me. I don't think he's good.
Like, you're not going to get a better version of Kirk Cousins. He might make some plays down the stretch, but it's not because he's a better football player now. He's not making any movements like that. I think it really is pivotal. Is the defense going to take that step? Because they were able to score points fast last year, but they couldn't stop anybody on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
And I think more of the same is going to be taking place. Zadarius Smith, he's a nice addition if he could stay on the field. Last year, look, I'm not going to sit here and bash the guy. He was a really good Packer, but injuries derailed his season last year. Week 1,
still got paid all year. So they must have some kind of optimism for him.
Yeah, because he's a elite pass rusher.
Love him. I wanted him in Dallas.
And the last time you've seen him on the football field, he was wreaking havoc. So he has potential to come back strong, but he wasn't really a guy that was a blue chipper coming out. It took him a couple years to get his feet wet in the league. He played, sparingly in Baltimore. Speaking of Baltimore, he burned Baltimore in free agency. And
I remember that. Wasn't that almost like an Anthony Barr situation where like people thought he was signed, sealed, delivered, and then he's like, hold up. Yeah.
I
don't know. I'm going to go elsewhere.
I think that he has potential to change the face of that defense a little bit if he could get after the quarterback, but I don't know, man. And Danielle Hunter is back.
I love him. He's one of the
most underrated players in football.
Well, Harrison Smith. I know you hate Harrison Smith.
I don't hate Harrison Smith. I just don't think he's as good as everyone else does.
Oh, Ken literally at the same time just said Harrison Smith, the ageless wonder. I love him. I love Harrison Smith too. I think except when he's trying to choke out CD Lamb like he did last year.
I don't think he's that
Punk
great.
Bitch.
But yeah, you could put the Vikings down for a very similar situation that they were in last year. I think 9 is a good number, a safe number, and I think that they're going to be right around it. I'll say they push. If the total is 9, push. So
Wexler coming back in here saying the Vikings get to 10 and make the wild card.
Yeah,
not a hard feat when when they keep adding wild card teams and shit. There's fucking 7 teams now.
I hope they get into the wild card. It's an easy fucking playoff win.
See, you say that, but it's like that's the one. It's like when Dallas has to go to
Packers,
play Philly.
I think
I don't want anything to do with that.
The Packers have played the Vikings in the playoffs and they've had success. Yeah, skull. Give me a fucking break.
I showed both of these guys Joe Buck's call
So
yesterday.
2015 or whatever,
today. Wow. I
2018
don't know
was
what
the
day
first
it is.
time I've been watching the Packers and the Vikings for my entire life, and I've never once heard that corny ass shit.
Where did that come from?
It came because the show Vikings was on at the time, and it was like very popular
Great
in
show,
pop culture.
I think.
And the
I
skull
really didn't
thing
get into
became
it.
a thing. Trust me, that's not tradition. That's corny. Not like the Packers shit isn't corny. Trust me, it is. It's very hokey. But
Honestly,
Lambeau
I
Leaf's
hate
iconic.
giving credit where credit it's not even due, but like what the Packers do over there,
oh, it's great.
it's really cool.
I'll fucking.
like dun dun
I'm on
dun
board.
dun 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 go go. I love that
Is
shit.
there
Right?
anything worse? That is another New York Jet.
Oh, that's the worst.
First down.
Because everybody does it
It's
now.
like it happens like 3 times a game.
Everybody does it though.
Guys
And
got
that's
the
another
easiest
Scarlet
job in
Knight
sports.
Like nobody cares.
That's another New York Jets punt. Sucks.
Just like my podcast, 1st and 10. The shittier one should be 3rd and 7. Well, there's something else I was going to say. Oh, and the I don't want to work or whenever they score a touchdown. I think it's great. Somebody else has that.
What?
I think the Bengals do. I don't want to work. I want to bang on my nails all day. When they score every touchdown. I think the Bengals have that
It's a
too.
tough situation over there in Cincy, huh? With their touchdown music, I mean.
I mean, it's the same as the Packers.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. And if it is, that's even worse. It's a tougher situation because it's like not that good. It's only good because it's Green Bay's thing and their cornballs. If like another team is like, wow, that's so cool, I'm going to steal the exact jingle and change it, the words around. That's corny. It's a tough situation.
Is that what it's
At
called?
best.
Is it called Renegade? I don't even know what it's called. This is like maybe I don't know. I gotta know now. That's like pissing me off. I don't know. Renegade. I'm just looking it up real quick. That can't be it. No, that's Jay-Z. There's like no, whatever. I don't want to. What's the fucking song? And I'm talking about.
Ken, do you know where they make the terrible towel?
I don't want to work.
If Ken Pullman knows the answer to this
Song.
trivia
What
question,
is that?
where are the terrible
Bang on the
towels
drum.
manufactured? Where
Bang on the
are the
drum.
terrible towels manufactured?
Of course, there's fucking ads. I just want to get like excited about this. Like this is Packer stuff. Like hold on, here it is. But when you guys score a touchdown, this is playing.
Corny. Am I supposed to be like, wow, that's amazing because it's the Packers? When that happens, I'm like,
Bro, you're telling me if you went to a bar, you wouldn't tell the DJ, listen, when the Packers score, you play this song.
absolutely not. Lil Wayne has a Packers remix out there called fucking Green and Yellow. If I'm picking the
All right,
song,
forget
it's
it.
not going to be fucking what are they? Who is that? Who let the dogs out, guys, or something?
The Baja
Baja
Men?
The fuck is the difference? Seriously. Kids Bop.
Kids Bop.
That's where you see that type of shit on.
Never diss the Baja Men for
Right?
their
I want like
great song.
Ike Taylor roasts in my that's for you, Ken.
The Giants have a shitty one too. When I worked for the Giants, that got real annoying real fast. When I was there for all the home games, it's like, we're back. I got a new young girl. And like everybody's like happy. I'm like, this is horrible. I never forget. I was on a side, like you take down the Vikings now. I was on the side, I was on the sidelines, and the Giants had done something good and they scored a touchdown or something. And like I didn't smile. I mean, why would I smile if the Giants did anything good? And I got like my boss at the time, like, come on, Zamboni, smile. And I was like, no, the Giants stink. I hate the Giants. Yes, Zamboni was my nickname over there. It's what I did at the time. I drove a Zamboni, but you guys didn't know that. 5 years running United States of America,
If
where I
they've
wore a
watched
purple
this show,
shirt.
they definitely know.
Where I wore a purple
You have to
shirt.
know. Zamboni Dave with this fucking the Scatosaurus Rex
It's just-
doing the fucking hokey pokey on roller skates, not roller blades, which honestly I feel like roller blades are way worse.
every time I see a kid rollerblading in the street, I'm like, that's still a thing.
Every time I
Like,
see somebody
you still
rollerblading
roll-
in the street, I think of Terry from Reno 911. It's called Fuck You Dad, I Hate You. My new mixtape is out. You never seen that? You don't
No,
watch Reno
I don't
911?
No.
You know who it is? Who's Terry from Reno?
Sandberg? No.
Nick Swardson.
Oh, even better.
Young Nick Swardson.
Even better.
In,
Love
in
Nick
fucking
Swardson.
Daisy Dukes and roller skates.
Oh, Nick Swardson is the best.
Come on, bro.
Nicholas, you should fight
Hey,
crime.
Terry, what are you doing in Miami? Oh, I'm here to record my mixtape. It's called Fuck You, Dad, I Hate You.
Oh man! All right. Well, before we get out of
Doesn't
here,
get any worse.
before we get
or
out of
better.
here, those are the Vikings, by the way.
Simultaneously.
I do have a couple questions for the audience. And when I say audience, I mean people that are sitting here. So, Nick,
Yeah.
you have the Not Giving a Puck podcast.
Yes.
Dropped another episode today. So all you hockey fans out there, be sure to go check that out. Could you say you learned anything here on your internship at Chop?
Yes.
Yeah. What did you learn, bro? Please tell the masses that we're good, decent human beings over here.
Well,
Oh shit.
you know, I've learned how to properly produce a show.
Uh-huh.
As I am currently doing right now.
Sure.
You know, I learned how to do that.
Define proper, though. I mean, like, kidding. Go ahead.
I've learned a lot of like behind the scenes stuff of how you guys operate and are, you know, currently evolving the company and turning it into, you know, what you guys want it to be.
Look at that. I'm trying to give us
how
the
to
rub here.
use
I'm getting a little emotional. I'm not gonna
How
lie.
to use GarageBand a little bit better.
How to use the most basic editing.
Yourself.
I barely used it as it is, but now I know how to.
Now he knows how to use
things.
it. Don't tell anyone that.
Yeah, I was gonna
Don't
say
be like,
if they say
great
what
on
did you edit
GarageBand,
your
they're
stuff
gonna
on,
be
say
"Wait,
like
what?"
Premiere
Okay.
or something good. Madison.
Nick, we love you, buddy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Nick, we want to thank you, bro, for everything that you've done for us.
And Nick's
you
not
guys.
And Nick's
going
sticking
anywhere.
around,
He'll
actually.
be here.
Nick has been hired, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. His terms are not to be disclosed, but he will be our audio engineer for the podcast network. So shout out to the entire podcast network that sends me their stuff to post. Guess what? I'm not doing it anymore. Nick's going to do it from the comfort of his own home.
No,
But
yeah, Nick's just so they
He's
know.
been doing
Nick's been
but now
doing
he's
it,
going to continue to do it as
he's going to keep
graduates.
it going throughout the
He graduates the internship program here at Chop Sports. Now, I asked Madison the same thing. Besides sitting there and having to hear his Manscaped reads every time you're here, what did you learn? Did you learn anything at all?
No.
Nothing. Okay, good. So, with that being said, no.
I learned how to use the graphic editing software called Canva.
There we go.
And I feel like that could be really beneficial in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I came here in the beginning of the summer, I knew how to use Premiere, which is an editing software, but I kind of forgot how to use it. So it was nice to touch up on that again. And that'll also be very beneficial. And kind of like what Nick said, just learning about you guys and what you do and how you do it and your aspirations for Chop Sports.
All right.
But I wanted to say thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Of course.
It's so funny. You said thank you. Nick didn't. That's
I did.
Did you?
He absolutely
I
did.
missed it. I missed the thank you. I'm kidding. Both of you guys have been rock stars. Every single intern that's coming in and out of this place has been absolutely pivotal for our growth here as a company with Chop Sports and Chop Sports Media and now Chop Studios. Everything's kind of really growing into something that we really believe in, which, by the way, we're going to be at Madawan Day on October 1st, which we'll get more into details as that gets closer. But Madison and Nick, you guys have been absolutely rock stars over here. We want to thank you guys for your contributions every single time you're here. I do have one final question. Nick, Sturch or Gooch, who's your favorite?
I'm not disclosing this.
Wow. Okay.
I like that he's
nobody
not
is
disclosing this, which means that
there is a favorite. Right. Aha. So he has an
You
answer.
piece of shit.
Madison's over there nope, not doing it, not today.
Oh, go ahead. I have one more. Can I? Is everyone done?
We've said their advice. Now you can
I've been
fucking leave.
dying to say this joke. It's not actually
It's
my
a joke.
It's not my joke. I'm stealing this from The Score, who's breaking this as news. Sam Thomas was named to the WNBA AP All Rookie Team, averaged 4.9 minutes per game. 0.4 points per game, 0.2 rebounds per game, 0.3 assists per game, and 0.3 steals per game. And the WNBA has really got a bright future. Let me just say that right now. Bright future ahead for the WNBA. Congrats to Sam.
Ken with a legendary comment there. Now bring an Optimum intern in. 100%, Ken. 100%, bro. I know we've had problems today, too. I keep looking over at Gooch's monitor, and sometimes I see a little status bar that goes up and down. That just means, everything sucks. So the guy who's here yesterday, I have a picture of him. I wanted to kick him to sleep because of all the jokes he was telling, as if I was in a laughing mood, considering you guys don't show up for your appointments.
I almost hit him with a cattle stunner.
You did?
Where he was reaching down. I was going to hit him with the thing in the back of his neck to fucking knock him unconscious. Or, I'm not going to say
man.
That's
won't even let them run the show for 5 minutes. You know what? I'm doing it. We're getting up. They're getting up.
No. Don't put them in this spot.
No, all right.
Because they might sit here and be like, dude, what the fuck are you doing to me right now?
We have mics.
There's no preparation, though. I don't want to put them on an island.
Scoop, you're such an asshole.
You're
for
welcome,
that.
guys, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah, because there's no way that you wanted to fucking switch seats right here and be like, okay, now what?
Oh, my God. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, it's been a show, folks. Tomorrow, we got those beloved Green Bay Packers to talk about. It is still a Fantasy Friday, so we were going to get some fantasy stuff too. Loaded show tomorrow. Come check it out. 11 o'clock, same channel that you're watching this on right now. If you haven't already, subscribed. If you haven't already, like the goddamn video, please. I said to myself yesterday, who was I talking to? Maybe it was Nick. I don't know. It might have been you. But I was like, it doesn't take much to just like.
Yeah,
That's it.
We've had this conversation probably 3,000 times.
I don't know. I don't really understand.
There will also be a little bit of a
there's my thanks for watching.
a little bit more of an in-depth coverage or preview of the UFC card. See if there's anybody that wants to dabble.
Dabbling is fun. All right. So for the final time for Nick and Madison, it has been another great show, another great episode of the Chop Sports Daily. For Sturch and Gooch, we'll see you guys tomorrow on a Feel Good Fantasy Friday with the Green Bay Packers.
Also, if you're in Colonia, call Endless Landscaping. They'll take care of you. You like how I threw that in? That's coming. That's coming.
Coming back.